Got one foot in the game, hokey pokey style. In the podcast world, I'm the poster child. Applied to be a Gerber baby, but I wouldn't smile. Ironic, cause I'm smiling more than ever now. No quitting me, so now I want the winter towel. But when it's time for curtains, I'ma take a bow. Till then, each week we gon' make it count. Our hunger never wavers like a bloodhound. If you're looking for some suckers, check the lost and found. And I'ma just check my Nikes while I check my sound.
Make them say, na 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 na. And then you go like, remember Mystikal? Like, I don't remember what he said. It went something like this. Right, yes.
half of
it was just
CD, I had no idea what
it was just a bunch of sounds. It's that right? Danger. I mean, I do remember
actually
that.
a good album, to be honest.
He would like start off real slow. So he would say some shit like, "Get up on the floor and do that thing. Everybody want to know."
He was the master of putting emphasis on his point.
I think he took some James Brown influence and then some cocaine, and then that's where you get Mystikal. But that's what James Brown is. So if you have James Brown on cocaine, right? So if James Brown already is on cocaine,
and then you take him and
you take that version of him
you
and
take him on cocaine,
right? So like you make him normal, then you normalize James Brown, like as he is on cocaine, like that's his normal self,
right?
And then you take that guy and then you give him some cocaine and you see what that guy's like. And that's Mystikal. So he's a rapper now. So James Brown, if he was normal and then took cocaine, would have become a rapper and he would have been Mystikal.
All the people who can be improved on with cocaine. Not that Mystikal is an improvement on James Brown.
With the mic in your hand. Danger! I just remember on the Make 'Em Say video, he was sitting on the basketball rim and I thought that was funny. Yeah.
Sure.
That's a great song.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, it's a standout.
I don't think I've heard it in many years, and I wish that we had a way to plug in so people can hear what we're talking about.
It is a standout of his
career.
Yeah.
Then he had a few songs.
Yeah, but
and then he went to jail for some really, really nasty shit, right? Didn't he like rape somebody?
I don't even know.
How can you come out like that's? I don't know, man. That's a whole
like
other
that.
story. But we're talking about the actual comical aspect of his rapping. We don't want to go into the deep aspects of things.
No, I forgot all about that. To be honest, I was like, what happened to Mystikal?
You know, let's stop talking about dude. I don't even want to hear about him anymore. You know?
Yeah, for real. Okay, so
I came here with my mic in my hand.
I know we kind of go through these if you had to choose type of questions
regularly,
but if you had to choose to live without one for the rest of your life,
live without one. Shit.
Music or sex?
Music or sex? Oh, sex, easily.
Fuck it, like,
dude, no, I could not live without music. There's no way, dude. I sing a long portion of my day,
so it's nothing you'd have to think about.
No.
Yeah, I mean it's.
Eventually, my dick is not going to work as well as it used to, right? And then my ears will still be able to hear music, hopefully.
How do you know? Maybe your hearing will go before your dick.
I'm rolling the dice.
It is a dice roll.
History has proven, sir, that more than likely, I'll be able to hear music longer than I'll be able to fuck.
I don't know the history.
Although I hope to be able to fuck as long as I can hear music.
Well, yes. But sometimes, in this scenario, you will not have sex. You will only listen to music.
Okay, I get it.
So
let's dive deeper. Let's dive deeper. Let's be serious about it.
Let's say in a positive scale, I have about 30 more years of work. Well, hopefully more than that, but of working dick, right?
30 yet? That's it? 30, like what happens after that?
Years.
Okay, so when your dick stops working, how can you like? But you still get the pee. That's like, yo, dude.
Yeah, like, yo,
you still can do this.
Why are you splitting hairs here?
You still can do this. You can still do this.
Do I wake up in the morning with morning wood still? Was that a thing? Or is it just you cannot get there?
Morning wood is mad inconvenient sometimes. You're like, dude, just go away.
Like, bro, I need to sleep for another 20 minutes. Like,
not only that, like, dude, I got to take a morning shit. How can I take a morning shit when you're just like out there? Like, yo, bro, I don't know what to tell you, but we got to cooperate this morning. Like,
having to pee with morning wood is the worst thing of all time. It's pretty high.
No, I don't think
it's like the biggest inconvenience that your dick.
It's not as bad as I think a morning shit is worse than a morning piss when you have morning wood.
Not being able to.
There's more options that you can figure out how to. You can figure out how to get your dick pointing towards the toilet if you're standing up. If I have to take a seat on the toilet, but also shove myself down between there,
And that's nasty, you know?
Yeah, it is. But what do? You just take a shit with your dick all out.
I mean, if you can do it, I figure it's probably better than just putting my dick in the toilet. You know, like.
On that note, let's introduce the podcast.
Yeah, welcome back here to the show where we talk about just the most ridiculous things you can imagine. This is the Kiona and Kasson podcast, episode number 64.
8 times 8.
Right.
We're learning our times tables. If you have kids, they can watch this show. Just
educational.
Just not the last 5 minutes of it.
Well, no, let him watch that too. He's gonna learn.
He's gonna be like, you know what? That's right. What if they have a fucking
now he knows what to expect,
dude? You never know who's gonna be watching or what kind of child is gonna be super innovative that they come up with a new way to pee with morning wood.
We may have just invented a cure for morning wood.
No, there's no cure for morning wood. It's still there.
Is there like pills that you, let's say
there's a workaround? No, I'm not taking no pills for nothing.
Well, actually, you know, hold on. We didn't even finish the intro.
Sorry.
I'm your host, Adam, here with my brother, Osama. It's a lovely looking Sunday.
We don't have air horns or anything, but
No.
I'm just going to make my own until we get that soundboard.
We should create drops, and it's going to be real interesting with your name, you know?
It's going to, the first one, like, oh. It's going to be pause in the middle of
It's
that.
going to be like, Sama. You'd be like,
It's a bunch of O's in front of Osama.
yeah.
We'll figure it out.
But
Maybe
anyway.
we're going to have to give each other nicknames and shit. Adam in my phone is Gingerbeard.
Just fucked up. You know? I just
And it's not Gingerbeard how like
how you spell
it's
ginger.
yeah it's exactly how you would hear Peter Griffin call somebody a Gingerbeard.
Or anybody from like the New England area.
Yeah, those guys. They have a funny accent.
Yeah, they do. There's some really funny accents around the United States, I'm not going to lie.
More 100%.
And to me, the Midwest is one of like the few areas that there is no accent. But maybe that's just because I'm in the Midwest. I don't really know. But like,
No, we don't hear it. That's the problem. I think people from London don't hear themselves as funny sounding accents, but they have hilarious
they have
accents.
to now because TV makes fun of it too much. So
Dude,
there's like,
people from London have great accents. I love that shit in Sarah Marshall. You sound like you're from London. I am from London.
it's like that shitty English accent. Is that supposed to be me?
I am bleeding. I'm bleeding quite profusely. I don't know if I have a good accent for them, but either way, they have a really hilarious accent.
Not only the accent, but like the way certain words are said there, and certain like there's certain things that we refer to here. For instance, like fish and chips is the most obvious one, but there's obviously a bunch of them
Like what
that.
they have there?
Yeah, like what it means.
Isn't it tea and crumpets?
in their country? No, so fish and chips is their thing.
Who has tea
But-
and crumpets?
But fish and chips is
What
like,
is a crumpet?
I-
I'm not eating a crumpet, first and foremost.
I imagine it's some kind of pastry, so I probably would
Call it a donut, man.
It's like a biscuit cookie, I think.
Yeah, well, that's because they're stupid accents, dude. I don't believe me. I don't think. I think it's one of my favorite accents in the world. I think by far. That may be Australians because it's very close.
They are very close.
Sometimes when I try to make an Australian accent, I do an English accent, and sometimes when I do an English accent, it comes out Australian.
Yeah, I honestly.
And
can't.
when I say sometimes, I say all the time because I don't know the difference.
Exactly. Me too. I'm like, oh, that's English. No, wait, Australian. I don't give a fuck. Like,
Doesn't
it
matter.
never ends up really being important. But yeah, so lovely little Sunday afternoon we got here today.
Yeah, it's nice. It's like it seems like one of the last nice days. But I mean, hopefully
And nice
not.
is relative because I mean it's pushing November and
Yeah, dude, the trees are still green. That's hilarious. You know why? Because the fucking climate change. You climate naysayers.
yeah. I mean, climate change is real, but if sometimes it brings days like this when it's supposed to be cold.
Here's
okay.
my thing. How can you argue climate change when climate obviously changes throughout the year naturally already? So how can it not change for the worse?
Yeah. Yeah, like you got to think you have some kind of impact on here. Let's think about what wasn't in the world before humans came, right?
Dude, the humans are literally the
And
worst
realistically-
thing in the world.
Realistically, the bad time of it started like 110, 120 years ago.
During the Industrial Revolution,
Right.
that's what happened. Like they
Like-
started burning coal, and they were like, "Oh, this shit helps a lot of stuff, except our environment."
It's really the last 2-3 generations that fuck things up.
Oh, 100%. Most other people had no motors. They were just like sitting there. You had to row a boat everywhere you went.
Yeah.
Dude, can you imagine like, all right, dude, we got to cross this ocean. Shit, go get your big rows.
I think the only
Or
thing
what do they call it? Paddles? Rows.
It's
You row a
rowing, Jimmy
paddle.
Jam.
row. It's not basketball, J-Rock. Oh, that's a how high thing. We're not racist.
Yeah, no. But
And if you knew already. Otherwise,
If you
and also
know,
we
you
have
know.
like 4 or 5 fucking subscribers. That's it.
We have 125. We actually got a few extra this week, which I was like, oh, well, look
That
at
was
us grow.
nice. That was nice.
Look at us grow. You know,
Right, look at you. Well, yeah, would you look at God? That was nice.
Won't he do it?
Won't he do it? But yeah, no, it is a nice day. We actually got some plans. We're going to be recording something else. If you guys don't know, we don't really care to plug it like necessarily, but we can plug it.
Our shit,
We do have another channel. We have a detailing business. So we're going to be taking advantage of this nice afternoon and probably recording some sort of video.
Yeah, to be honest, the Bears are nothing that's really something I need to watch because they're terrible. So we can just
I'm not.
things.
I haven't been watching football as
do
it
some
is.
productive things with our time.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I want to get to the point where I don't really watch too much TV.
I mean, I'm still gonna watch TV, and then
I know, but the thing is, like, I don't like this whole culture of like, okay, everybody watch. You know, back in the day, we watched it, and if you didn't watch it, you didn't watch it because you couldn't watch it again.
Yeah,
right. You saw it or you missed it. That was it.
See,
and then if they threw the rerun and you missed it, that was the greatest shit in the world.
as many things I hate about this era that we're living in, I can't hate that part of things because it's like now my TV's on demand. I don't have to wait. There was something simplistic about like growing with a show every week, and you know it's like a 4 or 5 year commitment that you have.
That's
with the
another
show.
thing for me, man. Like I feel like kind of dirty after I finished the show that took like 10 years to make, and I've just watched it in 10 weeks. But not even that. If you're somebody I know that is asleep in the other room, she will like Vivi will watch a show in like 3 days, like a whole 4 or 5, 6, 8 season show.
Here. This era of television, there's nothing as good as the things that we grew up on that we grew those relationships with. Because if that was the case, let's say we're watching. Yeah,
because nothing is staying power in your mind.
Well, let's imagine we're watching like an 8-season show, and there's like 10, 15 episodes that's a lot to grow with as well. I mean, obviously it's more immediate than a weekly show for years and years, but you should still grow some kind of like. There's no connection with the audience. You know what I mean? Like
nowadays,
there's no relatability to the show.
No, it's all dropped in one fucking shot, and you get to watch a whole season and fucking the amount of time it like literally the actual duration of like the running time of the whole season. You can watch it in that amount of time.
Yeah.
So if it's a 10 episode season and it's an hour or so, you could take 10 hours and watch it. And the thing is, people do it.
Which how do you have time to do such things?
And that's where I'm getting to, right? Like. Okay, think about in modern times, Game of Thrones, Power.
Never seen it.
No, I listen. Power seems cool,
No,
but it didn't
seems
grab
terrible.
my attention.
I mean,
It didn't grab my attention too much. Like I thought it was gonna be different. Like I didn't like the tone of what it looked like when I was watching it. To be honest,
it was like a soap opera. That
yeah, man, it was a little soap opera-ish. It was a little soap opera-ish. But I okay, so I've watched like 2 or 3 episodes. I'd like to watch more, but I doubt I will. Game of Thrones, like I only watched the few minutes that Vivi was watching it, and I didn't like it.
The only thing I know about Game of Thrones that people like, they're like, oh, if you're not a fan or if you haven't watched it, this is what will get you to watch it. It's a lot of violence and a lot of sex, and that's it's like what a man kind of thinks about throughout the day.
Speaking of that, I watched The Dolomite. Did you watch it yet?
No, not yet.
Damn it, man! What the fuck? I wish you would have watched it.
I know I was planning on it too, but I didn't have
So
time to do
fucking
it.
funny, man. We watched it yesterday. Hilarious. I'll just say this: Eddie Murphy still has it, 100%.
Yeah.
He just looks older, but he still has the perfect timing. Perfect, like he's funny, man.
And I mean, if you keep up with like comedians and cars, he had that interview with.
He's
Jerry,
ready to get back to stand up.
And yeah, I mean, he's still Eddie. Like he took a while for some of these family movies, which honestly was probably the best career choice he could have made. The amount of money that you make in those movies.
Oh, Disney,
to,
dude!
like,
I'm taking that bag. Are you crazy?
For sure.
He made
You want me to
all
be
of the most raunchy movies you could think
And
of.
how many people can pull that off? Like, you have exactly right. Some of the most raunchy comedies you could think of, and like just whatever back in the day. And now they're like, "Yo, Eddie, we want you for this family-oriented movie." Like, who can do both? You know what I'm saying?
Right, because I think you have to get in the specific mind to
and
do.
be
The
welcomed
only
into
other
both
person I can
audiences,
think of that does that is like Ice Cube.
Yeah,
Like Ice Cube has, Are We There Yet? And there's some other like
Barbershop's even wholesome.
Barbershop. Although it's that's a really good movie, man.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly,
Mr. Parker, I ain't trying to vex you. Oh, Mr. Wallace, Mr. Wallace, Mr. Wallace.
I don't even know what that means.
I swear I didn't know what vex meant until that movie. We were like, what does vex mean?
Like, now that you mention it, Ice.
Now vexed is like kind of a permanent staple in my arsenal of vocabulary.
Vexed and perplexed. Why is it all the words with X's in it?
I don't know, but I think it's because the sound of the word ext is just like, yeah,
Probably. It's just a real,
yeah,
real strong.
Remember that shit, the Chappelle, yeah. He's like when he was doing who was the fucking political guy who was super excited. He was like, "We're gonna go to Illinois and we're gonna go to Massachusetts. We're gonna go," and then they just made a sense because he made fun of him because he was like, "Yeah, like yeah." If you remember Chappelle season 3, that might ring a bell. Otherwise, I sound like a crazy man speaking jibber jabber.
It depends again on the demographic of who's watching this, because there's unfortunately probably a large percentage of these newer kids that have no idea
That are watching our show. That's not bad. Hey, keep watching.
They have no idea the genius of Chappelle is what I'm saying.
No, I think many people have idea of the genius of Chappelle.
You think so?
Or
but
you're just offended.
Exactly. That's the thing. Like his last comedy
dude,
special,
that guy is
you either really
no
loved
filter.
it or you were fucking like offended by it. And I'm like, see, this new generation.
Is the new
Make
generation?
my stomach hurt.
They do make my stomach hurt.
Get in the car with the T's and stuff.
Next topic.
Just want to glaze over that one.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, hey, before we go,
We're not going anywhere.
yeah, we're not going anywhere. I just was gonna say
Still right here.
So, just want to ask, like, what's your favorite flavor Pop-Tart? And I know that seems random, but we had been discussing it, and we just kind of like trailed off, and we didn't ask.
It's a like a 3-way tie, and I have to go 1A, 1B, 1C because it really just kind of depends on how I feel about it.
Okay. Like how you want, like
right.
whatever you decide to pick at the grocery store that day.
Or like, you know, if I go and buy an individual one at the vending machine at work, you know. So strawberry frosted,
Okay.
and I'm not going to say this either 1A, 1B, 1C. They're all interchangeable in that spot.
Right.
Fucking cinnamon and chocolate frosted.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Like,
sure.
why
we're
do they
in
need
agreement.
any other flavors than those? To be honest with you,
Yeah, I don't like that s'mores bullshit.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
it's okay. I've had it, but it's not like I wouldn't choose it over the other ones. I wouldn't go and buy it.
I'm judging you.
Judge all you want. I mean, breakfast is delicious.
Judging you.
in all of those sugary categories
today.
They have
About your Pop-Tart.
they put out like
choices.
some pumpkin pie one, which you would think would be good because I love pumpkin pie, but it's not like something
That
to fuck
sounds terrible.
with. Of course, they put out a pumpkin spice one because they have to follow the
That
trends.
sounds terrible.
Yeah, I'm not down with that. Yeah,
What is this like infatuation with pumpkin spice?
I don't know.
Is it because you can you not get pumpkin spice any time of the year?
No, you can't. Well, I don't think so.
Why not?
I don't know.
You can't just like
because pumpkins
make
have a
pumpkin
season
spice
too,
and then like keep it for the year. What's the shelf life of pumpkin spice?
pumpkins have a season as well. And if you think about like all of
Is it-
October, people are buying them all up. They have to regrow these fucking things. Are enormous, you know?
Dude, there's so much land to grow things.
Yo, I don't know. I don't fucking know.
I don't know. I just get tired of the make pumpkin spice. Like
Because
pumpkin spice these nuts,
Let me tell
man.
you what happened. White girls. That's what happened. They started to love it.
White girls are white have been around forever. Pumpkin spice too.
Pumpkin spice has been around for a long time.
Well, what
It
came
just
first, the
became
chicken or the egg?
Probably the chicken.
Well, what's this? Which one's the chicken?
The woman. And there's no affiliation there. But that's just how I view this, you know?
Oh, that's funny.
But in order for there to be like a market for it, these people had to buy it. So who knows?
Just want to make sure.
Yeah, what are you doing over there? Just fucking with things?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Fucking around with shit?
Hey, what you doing over there?
All right, let's get to this list.
Sound very rapish.
Do you
What you doing over there?
next topic? Do you care at all that Kanye West is a Christian who hates rap now?
I hate Kanye West.
Me too. I'm not a fan.
Like, I really can't stand half of his.
Listen,
Like,
if you
I don't
wanna-
want to hear news on him.
If you want to go another direction and be like, yo, I'm gonna start releasing Christian rap now and find my place with God, do what you do, pimp. But don't you talk like reckless about fucking hip hop now.
Dude, he's taking part in rap music for the last 2 decades.
The reason you are at all anything is because of this game, and now you get to sit here and disrespect it because you.
Dude, I
found
refuse to
God.
listen to this shit, dude. I don't want to hear that bullshit. Like fuck
Like
you,
Mace
Kanye.
found God, Malice found God. None of them.
Okay,
fucking went-
so somebody told me. I guess Malice is on his album,
makes sense.
and that's cool. But I was like, see, the thing is about Malice is that I don't want to
you
hear
gonna do
him rap. I
Kanye's
don't want to hear
album?
him rap either about Christian rap. I don't want to
No.
hear it.
How you gonna do a Kanye album and you won't do a Push album? Sit your Malice ass down.
No. I listen. I still got much respect for his pen, but I think
Yes,
that
me
he.
too, but I'm saying
I don't want to
do it
hear.
as a member of Clips. I don't care about your.
Well, he doesn't want to.
to.
He doesn't want to
I
rap
understand
that.
this.
You know. So like, I don't really care that Malice is on there. That's cool that he's taking part in it. But no, I don't know. I think that I don't want to hear it, and I'm not gonna. And I don't want to go to Kanye's Sunday service. I don't want to deal with Kanye. Dude, Kanye
think
is a con man
He
sometimes.
said something
to me,
about.
I think.
He said something about opening up a church in Calabasas.
Dude, he's gonna open up a cult. He's gonna be like the next L. Ron Hubbard.
I don't think I ever need to go visit Calabasas. I mean, I hear great things, but now I hear terrible things, and I don't feel like doing it.
Dude, I'm not going to the valley of Kanye West.
No, I'm kind of glad that he lives there and not here.
Yeah, dude, stay your ass over there. Don't come back home like you call it. Like, dude, he
And he
tried
stayed
it.
for,
You know
like,
how much he be
7
trying
hours?
shit? He be throwing shit at a wall to see if it sticks so many times. I'm coming home. And then Kim's like, no, you're not, motherfucker. He was like, I guess I'm not coming home.
Like,
But I'm
going home,
But
I'm at home.
I'm gonna walk under the L tracks. I'm gonna be over here, and then I'm gonna go straight to the limo and I'll to my PJ, and I'll see y'all later at Calabasas Church.
Yeah, no.
Calabasas
can say-
Kanye West Church.
I'm coming home, and he stayed for like 7 hours, and then he went back.
He didn't say how long he was gonna be here.
Yeah, he said he's gonna come home. He's gonna stay home. He said he was gonna like do something.
Maybe he stayed home and then he left and then he
said
went home.
Something
Went back
along
to
the
his
lines of
place.
he's gonna make this like his hub, and I think he didn't get a lot of great.
Why does
reception to that,
anybody
and so he
believe
left.
that?
I don't know.
I don't believe shit Kanye
Even if
said.
he really meant it, I don't care. I don't want you to be here.
Yeah, I
You're
don't-
not doing a great representation right now.
I do not. Yeah, he's not representing Chicago very well, and I just personally don't really care to. I don't really want to support any of that shit. Like,
No.
there's enough music out there that I care about that I can listen to that and not have to deal with your bullshit. Like, I don't know. Maybe because of the fact that like it just seems like everything is so like contrived and like really just really something that isn't.
Really-
What's the word? Hold on, I'm looking for a word. Actually real.
Fictional.
It's very fictional and or just it just seems fake. All the shit he does seems fake just
Yeah.
in the name of like his success and his vanity. Kanye West is a very vain person, you could tell.
Oh, 100%.
So how you gonna be
He's always
religious
been
and
like
vain?
that, you know?
How you gonna be
And-
religious and vain?
Here's the thing, right? We've always known that he's an arrogant, fucking, for whatever reason, super cocky dude. And we've also always known that he loves God. Great. I have no problem with that. But, like, the way he's going about things right now is just. I don't understand
That's
the people who are still
nasty.
supporting. That's nasty. That's nasty. It makes me appreciate rappers like Common and Lupe, who are from here, same vein pretty much as Kanye, right? When they started out.
Yeah, but how much do they really
rap.
represent Chicago?
Lupe does a great job still. I mean,
Where, dude? He's in the fucking some sort of forest, like chopping up wood with fucking axes and swinging bushido blades.
He's man of the woods.
and fucking jumping around with his dreads swinging around like he's some cartoon character.
So is there two mans of the woods?
What?
You said he's in the woods chopping up
Who's the fucking second man in the woods?
Justin Timberlake.
Oh, that guy.
he's a man of the woods too.
Yo, I think I heard that. So Jessica Biel was on Jimmy Fallon the other night.
Yeah.
And she was like he was at, apparently she knows no like NSYNC songs, no really she knows Bye Bye Bye, she said. And then apparently Jimmy was at their wedding, right? Obviously I guess they're really good friends. And fucking I guess he interrupted Justin making a speech. He was like, hey, like real drunk, and he just like I forget what he said and shit, but like he like interrupted the groom's speech to the people, and she was like, dude, anybody else you'd have been fucking kicked out, but it's you, obviously, luckily, so we know
Like,
you.
he loves you.
Jimmy Fallon drunk is hilarious.
Yeah, they're really good friends.
He has a pretty good show.
Yeah, for sure. I don't watch too many of the late shows anymore, but like honestly, if I don't
Trevor
just-
Noah's really got a dope show too.
if I don't just have Amazon Prime playing some random movie or show in the background when I'm on my way to bed, then like I'm usually just surfing YouTube for shit, and I'm finding like you know, random. And I'll find clips like from those late shows and shit like that. You know.
Yeah. Did you see Joker yet?
No.
You're a motherfucker.
Sorry, but I still just haven't seen it.
I just been not watching
Got shit
things.
to do with life, you know.
Yeah, I mean that goes back to not trying to watch as much TV. Just because there's so much, like I can't spend so much time of my life watching certain things and then just realize that my whole day's gone. Like I already don't do things that I should be doing while I have the time and I'm not watching TV. If I add TV to the list, I'm not doing anything.
This is what makes me realize how much of an inconvenience having a 9 to 5 gig is. That
9 to 5s hinder you, dude.
I can spend 2 hours of that watching TV and then the next 6 hours doing
Being
productive
very
things.
productive.
Yeah, it's real inconvenient.
Dude. Dude.
I didn't say I said I hated having to have a job. Not that I hated that job. That King of Queens shit.
King of Queens is a fucking great show.
Yeah, that's very. I was watching Zookeeper the other day. Because Kevin James is the star of that one. Interesting movie.
Juice. That was a good one.
I don't have a deep dive for that. It's just an interesting movie.
Deep Blue Sea. They ate me. A fucking shark ate me.
We're staying on some music stuff. Away from Kanye.
Word.
Because Kanye's corner was not supposed to make a comeback.
We were not supposed to look in that corner anymore.
Yeah. Nas
for that attention.
That he is working on an album.
Yes, Nas released a song with Dave East called "The Godfather Part 3," I believe.
Have not heard.
And that there is
honestly,
nice.
I haven't listened to any new music in the last like at least 2 weeks, probably. Like I said in the group chat, man, if Shuffle decides that it wants me to listen to it, Shuffle.
So be it.
Decision.
No, a shuffle will be. I'll stop shuffling. Like I will not shuffle if Kanye West new shit come out.
No. But there's a bunch of other shit that I still haven't got to. But
I mean, eventually you get to it if you need to get to it. But like, for me, like I just been I don't know what's come out really. I just been kind of listening to just random things. But my boy posted a link in our group chat about that. And it's a pretty good song, actually. But the funny thing is, he told me that he was like, it's kind of funny because it's almost like it's Nas featuring Dave East, but it's really the other way around. It's Dave East featuring Nas, but Nas spits so many more bars than Dave East.
There's clearly a disparity in superstardom, you know? So.
Oh, most definitely. But if it's Dave East's song, it's Dave East's song.
Yeah. Akon put out a new album.
Akon and Young Jeezy.
So that's
still my favorite Akon song.
Yeah. Which is really a Young Jeezy song.
Easy. Only way to go.
I don't know. Interesting. Maybe I'll eventually listen to
and
that.
So
I have no problem with Akon. You know.
If you're looking for me, I'll be on the block with my tank.
Yeah, we get it. You know the words.
Possibly sitting on
Tank put out a new album.
I'm a rider. Yeah.
Sleeve
Tank is that's not Tank. You said.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't want to talk about Tank.
Nope. Yeah. I don't know why he would
Not even gonna touch on it. Don't want to hear
nope.
Yep. PopTarts. PopTarts. Chocolate PopTarts. They're fucking great.
Chocolate frosted.
Oh yeah. All right. Next topic.
And then Jim Jones he announced the release of El Capo 2 sometime in this quarter. So before the holiday season is over, he'll have something out.
So that.
And
as long as it really truly is El Capo, it's El Capo, not Chapo.
I didn't say Chapo. I said El Capo.
You said Chapo.
I didn't say Chapo.
Whatever. Anyway, we didn't say that word.
No.
But anyway, if it truly is a like a continuation, and I mean in terms of quality of music, all for it. But other than that, I don't really think we need another Jim Jones album.
Well, it seems like the Diplomats trying to come back around.
I'm quickly trying to adjust to this new way of releasing as much music as possible.
Honestly, why not? You don't have to go through the same like production process. It probably takes forever to get an album put out.
That reminds me of something I want to talk about, but we'll keep going about this Jim Jones because I think you're right because Cam's got an album coming out.
Yeah.
And then I think they did release a Diplomat.
Is Joel still in jail?
Yeah, Joel's is in jail. Yeah. Oh, but that reminds me of that brings me to the next thing I wanted to talk about because I wanted to talk about Currency, how he met Styles, but because I've been kind of looking at some Currency interviews recently. Yeah. Hold on, let me. Oh, maybe not.
Yeah,
Okay. But because I'm a big fan of Currency.
Yeah.
But so he was he was on Rap Radar with Elliot Wilson, and I forgot the other guy's name. But they were asking him about the fact that he releases so much music, and they were like, "You don't believe in the oversaturation?" He's like, "No, not with music." He's like, because with that, he knows he can just keep touring, and he's got music, and like he gives the music for free. He said, but that means that you gotta come, and I'm gonna come to your town, and you'll drop that $30 to come see me. You'll shop with our merch. He's got dope merch too.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of it,
but yeah, he went with that whole theory of like no oversaturation in his theory, which makes sense because I'm trying to adjust to that.
And you got to stay. I mean,
because Styles himself has released fucking 5 albums in like a year.
Yeah, and I think he's working on new shit because I saw a picture of him and Fab the other day. Like he's running around with some rap artists right now.
No, Fab and Styles would be pretty dope too.
Yeah.
Well,
Fab did a whole album with Jadakiss, so
that was nice too. I still listen to a lot of that.
Yeah.
So Currency said the way he met Styles was fucking hilarious, right? So he said that he was in his crib on, I guess, Canal Street's the biggest street out in New Orleans and shit. That's what he says.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly where. I've never been, so don't forgive me for my ignorance or whatnot. Whatever. So he said he had the window. Dwight, you ignorant slut. But he said he was out. He was playing the game and shit, and he was upstairs, and he had the window open. And he heard. I guess Styles had a show in New Orleans, right, and he was supposed to get some chronic from somebody, and apparently he goes to cop, and I guess it's not what he wanted it or something. Dude didn't, whatever it was. Yeah. So I guess Styles went into Holiday. He went to Panero mode, and I guess he Currency said he was on the couch. He's like, man, somebody from New York. I don't know what's going on down there, but somebody from New York is about to fuck somebody up from New Orleans, And so he looked out the window and he's like, sure enough, it's Styles. He's like, yo, I'll be down in 2 seconds. Whatever you're going to do, don't do it. Yeah. So he said he went down there and he said I guess he basically told me, he's like, these dudes aren't interested in fighting. They're probably going to be with hella guns and shit, whatever. So he's like, just come upstairs. I got a lot of weed. I'll I'll definitely smoke it with you, So I guess they smoked, and he said that they, Styles liked it. He said they went because I think they've created some music together, and then he said they went to the studio that night and they made a whole bunch of music and shit. That's dope. But like that's a funny way to like meet Styles, like so on accident. Like you look down and Styles about to fuck somebody up. That's funny, man.
Yeah.
Styles stories like that of Styles like makes his reputation precede him. You know,
for sure. Yeah, every time you hear a story about Styles, he's like
I like that mall story.
Styles P.
Remember the mall story where he talked about he was in a club and Styles lit up a blunt and security came. He's like, I'm Holiday, motherfucker. Like, oh, okay, ghost.
You are indeed. All right, goodbye.
But I thought that was one of my favorite stories I've heard in a while. Like, shit, that he's like, I got a lot of weed. I'll definitely smoke it with you. Currency's got a cool fucking attitude, man. I really fuck with Currency. I would really like to meet dude. To be honest, like he seems because he's into lowriders and shit.
Yeah. So
I would like to most of the shit I've been watching.
Down south shit.
I followed on YouTube. He has like Jet Life, whatever, because that's his shit. And they have like a series called Cruise Life or something. They just be cruising in their fucking lowriders, and he just has a cool ass attitude about it.
Yeah.
And I would like to it'd be cool to ride around and get soak up some of some of the stories and shit.
Yeah,
be pretty cool because he's been around for a long time.
He has been around for a long time.
Dude's, do you know how old dude is? I think he was born in 81.
Really?
So dude's like 38 years old. I thought he was like right around my age.
He's been around for a minute.
Yeah.
And it's funny because this has been obviously probably one of his most productive years of music.
Oh, I think the last few years musically, he's really I don't want to disrespect and say that he wasn't popping the way he was. Because I know that he's been he's had his niche market for a very long time, right? But I don't know that he hasn't been popping as much as he has, like you said, as of recent.
Yeah. And I don't know if that's a result of just putting out mad music or being more visible because
the way social media has worked out, right?
But and his music's all really laid back. But it's funny because every time I look for a new music, every other week, every third week,
it's him.
Something with him coming out with somebody.
It's him,
and they're all collaboration albums.
It's cool. I love the music, man. Yeah. Like he says he doesn't, he only rhymes about what he really do, right? I like that shit because honestly, he just talks about cars and like he was smoking and like buying jewelry and like obviously there's real gems and shit dropped inside of it, but like
But a lot of it is just him enjoying his life.
really laid back life, you know? And I fucking really like that shit. Like that's what I would be on if I had the money and I was like able to do what he does in terms of carving out a niche career path for yourself.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, dude, I'd have so many cars. Like his driveway got like 5 or 6 fucking like Chevys, like, you know, 64 Impala and like Bel Airs and shit like that.
And he just has one of those voices too that's just like, and pause all that, but like whatever, you know, it just kind of
Just
like
got one of those voices,
like,
man. I
like
just
a good,
fucking love his voice.
It's like a good, just like
Pause,
relaxing. Yeah, pause it all.
He talks the way he raps, which is hilarious, but like it's really his voice. Like it's
we
really
should talk
his
about
laid
that
back.
too, honestly. Like people's rap voices compared to their just talking voices.
Yeah, that would be actually pretty like
Jay-Z, for instance.
yeah, Jay-Z
His
raps the
talking
way he
voice
talks.
It's no, like there's like a more of a fluidity to it in the rap, and then like when he's
Obviously
talking, it's
so.
like, and obviously yeah, but
When
I'm
he
talking
talks,
about,
it's
when
like
he's
sounds like he's hurt. But it sounds like he's heartbroken when he talks. Jay-Z sounds heartbroken when he talks. Like voice be all like it
high
breaks a little bit.
inflection.
You know, I don't know. Like I don't want to even fucking destroy a Jay-Z voice. But like if you know Jay-Z the way he talks, you get what I'm saying. He sounds like you just hurt himself. Like he just hurt, like scraped his knee and shit. Like, right. But that's in all of it. I don't know how to add that to my talking, but like that's exactly it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Currency rhymes the way he talks. And like I don't know, it just like that's definitely some of my favorite rap right now because it's great riding music and you know, you could just chill out to that shit.
Yeah, for sure.
So he's one of my favorite artists as of right now for sure.
Yeah,
and I feel bad because I got to the party late. Like I didn't really know about him too well.
I knew about him. I just never really knew much of his.
I just knew his music. I just knew the music as what I heard, but I didn't like really dive into him.
Yeah,
but he's got a lot of great music, man. So much he put out.
Yeah,
so much.
Styles
talks the way he raps.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Because Styles actually sometimes you can't like. He's got like a thing where he kind of like it almost is a mumble.
Yeah, kind of.
You know, but like it's because his New York accent is so thick. And he talks like with so much like,
and he's usually like really high probably when he's
but it's like almost the same thing, you know.
Yeah.
And I think Rakim, supposedly pretty much raps the same as he talks,
Yeah.
very laid back.
Yeah, shout out to Rakim.
Yeah, shout out to him. Except opposite of shout out to him and Glenn.
And Glenn, opposite shout out to Glenn. You have to say the whole thing.
I opposite shout out to Glenn, but like only because of the show that I had to go to. I watched at the Metro some years back, and motherfucker didn't get on stage till like midnight, which I really hated. I may have mentioned on the podcast once or twice.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you know that's the risk you take with shows, but they don't give a fuck about being on time. It's one thing I've learned.
Never seen a blue duck before, and to be honest, just kind of wanted to see a blue duck.
I've also never seen a van that big or that great before.
Opposite shout out to I've never heard anybody say, dude, I've never seen such a big blue van before.
Hey,
like,
listen, what? Because I don't think Glenn watches this. If you guys are watching and you're interested, you go and look for a news clip of Glenn, and you'll understand.
Glenn and Big Blue Van.
Big gray van.
Big gray van. Same thing. Doesn't matter. There's possibilities of big gray vans everywhere.
So we talked about how Currency and Styles met. I don't know if it has anything to do with how they met, but apparently there's as it goes, Eminem had tried to give Fat Joe his demo like 6 different occasions.
Why would they have anything to do with how Currency and Styles met?
Well, it's kind of like it's like an interaction between two. I don't know.
Oh,
whatever.
I mean,
to some degree it relates. Just whatever.
reaching,
Just roll
but
with
I
it,
mean,
you
if
know
you're
what I'm
like,
saying?
what was that? What did that dude say? What did he pop?
He said, "Whoopsies."
When he would pop up, like, what the fuck? Like,
I'm pretty
what?
sure it was like, "Whoopsie."
if you don't remember Killer Instinct from Super Nintendo,
Very very good game.
great game. But like, you would do something, and some I think it was dude from Blue's Clues. He would pop out from the corner.
I always thought it was like Pee Wee Herman, honestly.
Pee Wee Herman? No, it was like dude from Blue's Clues. He would pop up like whoopsies, and then out of nowhere, like, and the first time that happened, I didn't know what the fuck to do. I was like, "What is that?" Like, what?
Like, did I break it?
Like, I didn't think that was part of the
You high
game.
score? What
Like,
does that mean?
Why would I think that dude was part of this game?
I don't know.
What would that have to do with
Well,
them?
what would make you think that is that he's in the game, probably. You know,
He was in the TV.
I mean, he was in the. game.
He was in the TV. He wasn't in the game. The game was on the TV as well. It just happened to be both of them at the same time.
Yeah. Well, regardless.
Only during that game when you did specific things.
Yes. During certain occasions.
Whoopsies.
Whoopsie. So yeah, apparently Fat Joe had turned down this offer for his demo on about 6 occasions.
Good.
So look at all the. Well, I mean, no, not really. If you consider how much money he has.
Oh, for Fat Joe, not so good.
Reason, Fat Joe said it was the biggest mistake of his life, which I think is a bit of a push.
Maybe not. I mean, maybe if he's speaking in dollars.
I guess, but I mean, he made some pretty good money moves throughout his time, and I don't.
Eminem's
really
super
matters.
like. But who's to say Eminem is the Eminem of today if he went with Fat Joe?
Instead of Dre, could have been a different story.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think about the path. Like,
Not that Eminem wasn't putting things out before.
what kind of artist would he be if he was Fat Joe's artist? Would he be as big? Would Fat Joe?
Instead of
Yeah,
would
like
he still have Shady Records? You know, like was Fat Joe ever part of Aftermath? No, I don't think so. Right?
no,
It's hard to tell. Man, these motherfucking bouncing.
no.
artists.
You can tell. I don't. He wasn't part of it. No.
Well, so yeah, because I guess Terror Squad was around for just.
Terror
about as
Squad's
long
been around for a
probably as
very long
Aftermath.
time, man. Terror Squad's been Terror Squad for before they were Terror Squad.
Yeah.
They used to be called something else.
Yeah.
Terror something.
Some shit. I don't know. I'm not gonna pretend
Night
like I know.
Terrors or something. I don't know.
Yeah, the terrorists.
No.
Um,
Pop Tarts. Get your Pop Tarts. Pop Tarts. Get your Pop Tarts. Chocolate.
Butt scratcher.
Strawberry. Butt scratcher.
Butt scratcher. Do you care at all about this Gucci man, Angela Yee?
He called. What did he say to her? He was like, "What did he call her?"
I don't know.
He called her a bitch ass or something like that.
You bitch ass.
Oh, he called her a punk ass bitch. That's not funny that he called her a bitch, but he called her a punk ass bitch, which
yeah.
makes it funny. Like, why would you have to add the punk ass to the bitch? Man,
Punk ass bitch.
And I've never heard a dude call a girl a punk ass bitch before.
That's true.
Like, I've heard them say, man, that girl's a bitch. But like,
Yeah.
I've never heard say, man, get that punk ass bitch. It's usually referring to a dude.
He's just been dissing her left and right, huh? Just
Well, he
no, I will not have sex with you.
Can you believe this girl?
Here to learn, people. Not to
have
hang out with you.
But no, that was funny to me. That I didn't find I like because I don't really care that much. But the thought that he called a girl a punk ass bitch was like, dude, that's like it's almost like he was joking. That punk ass bitch
Was Charlamagne wrong?
for taking the interview.
I'm gonna go ahead and say no.
Okay, so there's I mean, you got to look at it from two different ways.
Yeah.
You got as in media, as somebody in the media, I believe you have to be able to disconnect the emotional side from the fact that the story should be told or might need to be told to clear up some things. So if he is there only to be a media outlet for him to speak on,
Right.
now I don't think he knew he was going to call her a punk ass bitch.
Probably not.
He said he slapped Envy. All I saw was him, like all I thought about was him walking in the studio. This punk ass bitch slapping Envy in the face. Like the funny thing is, if you're only listening, you would think that he called Envy a punk ass bitch and then slapped him.
Yeah.
But if you're there, you see he looked at Angela. Obviously, this wasn't the case, but this is what goes on in my head. So he like walked in and he looked at Angela, you punk ass bitch, and then he looked at Envy with the back of his hand and like, and then like in my head he daps Charlamagne and walks out the room.
You know what scenario that always makes me like that type of thing always reminds me of in Four Brothers, right? When fucking Bobby is like whooping Andre 3000's ass, and he gets up and he fucking like pushes him off and he punches Tyrese.
He falls on the floor like, yo, Tyrese is always getting treated, man.
I'm like, yo, first of all, he's not the one who hit you and put you on the floor in the first place, and now.
All he did was push Bobby out the way. Get away from me. I'm gonna knock the guy out that doesn't even think I'm gonna do it. He fell so hard on the ground, that shit was mad hilarious. Tyrese is I've always been a fan of Tyrese. The problem with Tyrese is his tirades. Is that the word? Tyrese's tirades?
I think it's good as any.
That's pretty good, man. We should talk about Tyrese's tirades and how crazy that Tyrese guy is.
He's always an entertaining character.
But dude, he made
I
Sweet
will say
Lady.
this.
He made Sweet Lady. He made Sweet Lady.
Hey, Thriller, man.
Sweet Lady is a really good song, man.
Yeah, it is. His music was good.
Yeah, and honestly, as an actor, my favorite movie for Tyrese is probably by far gonna be Baby Boy.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yep.
Yeah. Enough about Tyrese.
Baby Boy is mad funny, dude. Melvin was such a disrespectful ass motherfucker. The way he was fucking his mom in the fucking room. Such a good movie. Omar Gooding.
What were we talking
Who hasn't aged one bit. I've looked at it. I just started following on Instagram just cause.
Yeah.
And dude hasn't aged at all. He looked like he did in Wild and Crazy Kids.
Just not.
Which is
not
hilarious
aging.
that he was on Wild and Crazy Kids.
It is.
It's another throwback to Nickelodeon shit.
Yeah, which, by the way, we have to go back to this Gucci thing in a minute. But they just did like a reboot of Are You Afraid of the Dark for a few episodes, and I didn't know this until the last one, and I didn't watch any of them. Nickelodeon did this, as we were just talking about.
So
Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon. Man, we used to watch a lot of Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
So, okay, so you brought that up for no reason because you gave us no information about the fact other than it existed and it's over.
Well, you were just talking about Nickelodeon, and I just want to cut back to the fact that I would like to go back and watch these new episodes of Are You Afraid of the Dark because it was one of my favorite shows to watch.
Oh, dude.
And
We can
we're
go into a
days from
whole...
Halloween right now, you know what I mean? And we're days from Halloween, so
Yeah.
fits the narrative
Dude,
as well.
Nickelodeon had some pretty good shows, and that's a whole... We could have a whole, like, literal podcast on that shit, I think, because we have to rank them, you know.
Probably. All right, well, let's rewind back over here to this Charlemagne thing then.
Okay. Yeah,
now-
I think he... In the name of being a team player...
Right.
You know, we were a 3, but now we're 2, obviously, because Dave abandoned us. But and I don't even think he watches, man. So you know, whatever. Either way,
I would hope so.
but regardless of that, if we were all 3 of us, I think in regards to anything,
Yeah.
and unless the other 2, we all came to a general consensus that you know the one that got the opportunity to do whatever it is that we're speaking about should do it. Right, like we want you
Right.
to do it. Like, don't skip this opportunity.
Otherwise, loyalty.
Otherwise, right? Like, my thing would be, let's say it was us 3 or us 2 even, but like, just because 2, obviously, we know how we're gonna be about it.
Yeah.
But like with 3, right? Like, I think that it should be a thing of listen.
Discussion.
I'm gonna bring it. Like, listen, they gave me this opportunity, but I want you to let you know I'm not going to take it.
Yeah.
I don't feel right about it. And if like the other 2 are like, listen, this is bigger than that. Like it's exposure. It's you know, we don't want to hold that back. Like whatever.
Not
it is.
that this particular group of people needed.
No, I get it, and I guess that's in the regards to that. That's another thing, but I guess it furthers Charlemagne's brand of, as Joe Budden is so kindly put it, talking to people.
Yeah.
And I think that you know whatever it is that he ends up getting from that, I don't know if it's.
Do you think this was kind of like a almost in the
You know,
vein of
sometimes I
retaliation
start
move?
saying something, and in the middle of the thing, I just keep going. And remember,
Sometimes you
Michael
just-
Scott.
Yeah.
I just didn't. I butchered it because nobody could talking about nothing like Michael Scott.
Well, this is true.
But
Except the KKP.
so you're gonna ask?
Pretty
Yeah,
tough.
we don't talk about shit.
Do you think this was in any way like a brand of retaliation from him because they did what the Tory Lanez? Is that who they?
no,
interviewed?
there was Troy Ave. I think.
Troy Ave. Yeah. So they did that interview against his wishes, and he wasn't there. And I don't think he explicitly said like, "Don't do this interview," but it was more like, "I'm gonna be over here."
Yeah, I don't want to take part in it type thing.
Yeah.
I get that. Listen.
I mean,
I don't think I would have taken it. I don't think as a member of a team. Was that me?
yeah.
Oh, I don't think as a member of a team you should. I think as a member of a team, I should say you should stick to the team. Yeah, so I don't think I'm taking that. Just in terms of being a team player.
So there's no when you're in. I guess if you're in the same line of business, there's not really excusable solo acts that you can do. So like, you're in a media platform. You have a show with 3 people, or 2 other people. You guys obviously your team, you do this show every day. So now if you have like a solo interview or somebody requests an interview from you that the rest of the team doesn't like, you're not.
If they have the disdain for somebody enough to call them a punk ass bitch,
I mean, also you're dealing with rappers
and saying they'll slap the DJ. So like he called the girl the punk ass bitch and say he'll slap Envy, which is again in my head hilarious to look at. Like, not that I hate Envy, I just think it's funny as fuck. Like I just hear sound effects when I hear sound effects, it makes me laugh. So it doesn't matter what it is. When you hear psh, it just makes me laugh. When people do the fist bump and they make the psh sound,
soundboard. Soundboard goals.
Shit's hilarious,
Punches,
man.
Pow, bang, boom.
Giggity, giggity. Giggity,
giggity. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess like the discussions have to be made. If you don't want to like take away from your bread and butter with this main show.
She like bread and butter.
That, like, it's probably going to be.
I like toast and jam.
How many people really want to hear from Gucci? Not me.
I think it was. I don't know. It was just funny to me. He's like a punk ass bitch. Like that's. I just find it funny to call anybody a punk ass bitch. It's just really funny to me.
Punk ass bitch.
Look at this punk ass bitch.
In a related media world, Van Lathan.
Yeah, got fired from TMZ. I like Van. I just would have thought it probably would have happened a lot earlier.
But I don't know. TMZ is such a fucking nasty outlet.
Super. But the funny thing is, they're super accurate in all their reports.
But they always chase like the negative
scummy
story, which, of course, I mean, like
that's what sells.
That's what sells, you know. And
but that's like the scummy. Some dogs going at it outside right now.
Getting down. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's kind of nasty.
That reminds me, dude. I just watched a video just out of nowhere, and I was scrolling through Facebook, and some dude is like a tarantula collector, right? Ugh. Weirdo. But anyway, so he was like, "I'm gonna try to get this boy spider to mate with this girl spider, right?" So he dropped this little bitty, like, not when I say little bitty, I mean relative to this chick, because let's say it was like. And I can only give the proportion to make sense if I go smaller. So let's say if this boy spider was a dime, then the girl spider was a like one of those old silver dollars, like those big fat joints.
It's a pretty big difference in size,
dude. So literally, he was like, all right. So the guy was walking past, and apparently they tap. I don't know what that means when they're walking, right?
How do you know?
And literally, I will tell you this. In 1 second, she jumped on him and ate him, and that was it. I mean, he was devoured in more than like 10 seconds.
How can you tell which is male and which is
He was like, oh my goodness, I didn't mean for this to happen.
Some people do some weird shit on YouTube, man. Like that one fucking thing we were watching with the bees. That guy.
Dude. No, bees.
I do not want to be anywhere near
We've watched mukbanging.
Yeah, but that, like, I can smash through food, so I understand.
Yeah, but you're not putting a camera on there while you're just like...
If that's what the people want to see.
Yeah, if you want to see me chomp on some food with my mouth open.
You're not going to see me climb up a tree on a ladder in a bee suit. Cut through the tree with a chainsaw and have 6 fucking layers of a bee's nest with bees swarming all over. No, I don't know.
That's when you light that tree on fire.
Yeah.
More fire! More fire!
I'll fucking throw a couple grenades in that tree.
Dylan. Because I spit hot fire.
A sugar cookie, man.
A sugar cookie?
How about this Suge?
I'm glad.
How about the Suge Knight thing?
I don't care enough.
No,
like I'm not interested. We've already seen your life, Suge. We've seen what you've done, like, motherfucker.
Ray J and Nick Cannon are 2 very weird people to.
I don't think Nick Cannon is. I think Nick Cannon is the appropriate. He's got enough influence.
I guess I don't know enough about their relationship.
Yeah, I don't know why he picked those specific people.
I know him and Ray J had a relationship back in the day. I don't know about
gay.
Yeah. All I can tell you, officer, is that he's gay. Gay.
Blue Streak.
I don't really care about that anymore.
Work it up. Get on up.
Just a couple of NBA things to talk about.
Get on up.
Sam wants to sing.
Like a sex machine.
We've seen that he has no lyrics on his own, but maybe he does covers. You never know, buddy. You might have a shot. So, I'm done with music.
Fuck you, man.
Is there any other music you would like to discuss besides your own inability to produce it?
Produce these nuts.
I asked you a question, motherfucker.
I just gave you an answer. I don't know what you just asked.
You see what I'm saying? Like, if you're not gonna listen, who's
Get
gonna
up! Get on up!
Any other music topics you would like to cover before we transition
Let me
into
see.
the basketball world?
The basketball. Basketball. Oh, shit. Just saw a text about things. Anyway. Let's see. Musically? No. Oh, Scarface. Running for city council of Houston. Right. Very important.
Yeah.
Very important. I think Scarface probably will win.
Yeah, shout out to him. Best of luck to him.
Yeah, most definitely. Scarface is dope to see the
he has
evolution.
a questionable political agenda, which you never know. You might.
Is dope to see the evolution. You know what I mean? Most definitely.
For sure.
Go Scarface. You got our support always.
Yeah, because you know Texas is a nasty place too. So,
H-Town.
the more every day that goes by, there's something nastier about Texas. So
Texas do got some things that are weird, but every state does.
yeah,
Outside of Chicago, we got some issues, man.
the southern
Chicago
states,
got his issues. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
But Texas, Florida, y'all got some nasty things going on in most of those.
Any place called the Panhandle, I'm not going to.
Yeah,
The Florida Panhandle.
yeah. And Texas has something.
Is it Florida? Florida is a panhandle, or America's schlong
Is there a lot of
wang.
panhandlers there?
Huh?
Is there a lot of panhandlers there?
I don't know. It's a whole bunch of people with panhandles.
Everybody just handles pans around here.
Be careful. There's a lot of panhandlers. Fuck. I hate when people ask for money and you just walk through it. There's a whole bunch of people with panhandles. Like, why does everybody got pans in their hands? Those are panhandlers.
It's just a weird place to be.
Oh.
I don't even know.
Get those goddamn panhandlers. Get those goddamn panhandlers out this city.
Wouldn't we call them panhandlers?
So much
anymore?
pan litter around. It's always everybody leaving their pans everywhere. Goddamn panhandlers. If they're not handling their pans, who are they? What are they doing without their pans in their hands? They're not handling pans.
They're just handlers then at that point?
Walking around, wandering aimlessly. Where's my pants?
Where's my toe?
Where's my toe? Where's my toe?
All right. So
Also, one more thing.
yeah. Proceed with caution.
Nas said he doesn't want to celebrate Illmatic anymore. And though I feel like he could have said it differently, I get it. I mean, he's created so much music, right?
Yeah.
That, I mean...
Well, because you, as an artist, you got to believe that you evolve from there. So, yeah, this first album put me on the map, but...
It gets so much
gotten nothing but
acclaim,
better
and yeah,
since then,
it gets so much acclaim. Why doesn't anything else seem to get as much acclaim as the other ones that I've done? You know, and I get that.
Which, I mean, I already told you, I'm documented on this podcast. It was written as a better album to me, but I mean, you know, whatever. If he doesn't want to celebrate it, I mean, don't fucking celebrate it. It's his album, you know.
No, I get it,
really
but
care.
it was written.
I mean-
It was written was such a. I was just having this conversation the other day. It was written was polished. Illmatic was just so raw. I think
Yeah,
had
so we've
I
had
think
that
had
discussion,
Illmatic had more tracks, it would have been. It'd be more universally revered as his best album, which I think it already is. But you'd sway those others
We
away.
talked about this, you know. How
Yeah.
just because it's your first album doesn't mean it's your best, and that's just. I mean,
but
obviously,
it does with Nas.
but it doesn't to Nas.
Well, yeah. But that's with somebody saying I got 10 babies and I want to pick one that I like the most. Now give
none of you, I picked none of you, motherfuckers.
You're all the worst. You're all the worst.
You're the scum between my toes.
Literally, if I had 10 kids, I'd boat, Ferrari, helicopter, big house, front yard, PJ.
You are pretty stupid. You're only worth the front yard.
No. I would literally. That's what their names would be. The things they took away from me in my life. Like I was gonna get a private jet till the third came.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like the things you put on them are the value of money which you have to spend on these kids, right? So if you say one of them is the front yard, that's like naming it. Every house comes with a front yard.
Get your ass over here. Damn it.
Just, yeah.
We'll be horrible people.
Yeah, I just don't want to have kids to avoid all
Goddamn.
that. I have a better chance.
Isn't that the Dane Cook?
Yeah.
I was trying to remember where that came from. All right, well, you got to give you credit, Dane Cook. That was a pretty funny joke.
I have a better chance of avoiding hell without having kids, I think.
Dude, I'll go quicker.
That's what I'm saying. You give me some kids, and I'm not gonna be grooming the next generation very well.
Hey, Boat, go get me a fucking beer. Dad, why'd you call me Boat? Do you see a fucking boat around here?
You make me nauseous.
Do you see a fucking boat anywhere? If you don't see it, that's why it's your name.
Microwave oven.
Why is my brother called Mother? Because she left too, goddammit.
She was smart. So
That'd be a good movie.
From that.
Chocolate Pop-Tarts.
There's probably a movie like that already, honestly.
No, I think there's a thing where people call their kids whatever they think they want, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
I think you should call things to make them remind you of things that you had that you could have had that they didn't make you have.
That was a world of circles that I just ran in trying to figure out what the hell you said. Let's move to some NBA because we're getting to the point.
More topics? Hold on.
Any more music topics was the specific question. So, that.
No, I have no more topics.
Okay, so that was a good
And I
30
knew that 10
seconds we could've
seconds
spent
ago.
doing other things.
I knew that 10 seconds ago,
So
but I wanted you to wait.
the draft class of 2016. Telling you, he wants to sing, but he just can't.
I'm in a
sing.
goofy mood today, man.
Just not able to sing.
I'm in a goofy mood.
I mean, it's
Just tell the people what's in your phone.
so the draft class of 2016 is now at the end of their previous contracts and are looking to resign at least the standouts, right?
Right.
So there's been a few $100 million extensions for some of these guys, and
Who that is?
this guy for the Raptors, Pascal Siakam,
Okay.
he got 4-year, $130 million extension.
Right.
Which these NBA contracts are.
Dude, I'm no
growing.
longer. The problem is, well, not the problem, but the reasoning for that, I believe, is as profitability increases, then the players have it somewhere in their collective bargaining that their wages have to increase as that increases, right, to some extent.
God,
And the problem is that their industry grows so rapidly that they're going to get large raises.
Yeah,
You
I would like a really large raise.
It's going to come.
It's gonna rain.
Change gonna come.
Then Jaylen Brown, the Celtics gave him a 4-year, $115 million extension, which I don't know as much about Pascal Siakam as I do about Jaylen, so I thought that he would get more. But
Dude, it is a lot.
and then Ben Simmons got a 5-year, $170 million contract.
Remember that's a lot. Remember how I told you that I thought that he kind of looked out of it, like more just going through the motions last season?
Yeah.
He said that. I'm the greatest. Also, I'd like to point out that MJ gave out his top 5 of all time team who he would play with to win.
And LeBron was not in that.
No, but I will like to point out that -1 pick was my team. And I just like to say me and MJ are on the same wavelength of who is great and who's not. So I think that makes me great in turn.
So he had.
I say everything in the attitude of an award winner because I have won an award.
So he chose Scotty. He chose
No.
Magic.
Let's start from the point. So we started at Magic, who is at the point guard, who I pick.
Yeah.
Bang. Number 2, himself, because why wouldn't he?
Right.
Like, nah, not me.
Well, yeah. I mean,
And then 3, who I always argue, if you're gonna pick MJ, you got to pick
Scotty.
Mm-hmm. Zippin' Pippin. Number 4 was he picked James Worthy, who I don't necessarily pick, but I don't really have a specific point power forward I necessarily need. Maybe probably somewhere along the lines of Tim Duncan or Kevin Garnett.
Yeah, I was thinking the same.
And then at the 5, Akeem Olajuwon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm great because he picked the same team.
Yeah.
Great
I think-
recognizes great. Yeah, I mean.
there's, I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
that James Worthy
mate.
spot is probably interchangeable with a few different people, but I don't have a problem with it, and it sounds like a pretty dominant ass team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got there, but we're there. And
Yeah.
in terms of contracts, man, I mean, listen, I don't.
Well, there's still one more.
Who's the last one?
So I told you Ben Simmons 5-year 170.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Jamal Murray, Denver gave him a 5-year 170.
That's love, man. Shit. Can you imagine signing a contract for $170 million over the
I'm
next
trying to
5
be able
years?
to get 170 million without having to
Spotify, what up?
Yeah, speaking of that, they have
Don't ever do that, asshole. Like, I was like, Spotify, what up? Oh, speaking of that, wait, what? We got a contract and you didn't tell me?
no.
We're never going to get one
Even
of those.
if I did, I wouldn't tell you. Oh, we're not getting paid for this. Where'd you get that car? Oh, we're not getting paid for this.
Why doesn't anybody want to play with me?
But they have just acquired Anchor FM, which is the host site that we use to put our shit all over the other non-video.
So they're trying to become the disperser of said podcast.
Which I'm like, Spotify, first of all, we post to you. Second of all, we use Anchor to post to you. So how about that?
So,
you know?
yeah, I mean, that's cool, but I guess
What up, though?
there's just one less place that people can see us at.
No, Anchor is like, I mean, I think I still use their app to put everything through.
Drop the anchor.
Was it Australian or English?
Told you, don't know.
And then
Danish? I don't know.
some shit like that. So
Scottish is if you call can you call people Scottish skittish? No,
I
skittish
think
is a
they're
whole other different word.
Skittish is like you're afraid,
Scared of
some
shit?
Yeah, I guess.
Skittish.
So you call it Scots.
skittish.
If you're Scottish, you're a Scot. Michael Scott.
Michael Scott.
So last week we discussed this a little bit, but now there's been an update to the Zion Williamson career beginning, which didn't begin very well.
What was the last we spoke about? What did they have?
We knew that
a
he
period
had
of weeks, right?
We knew that he had a problem with his knee, and they wanted to keep him out. Until
Oh, they
he was
didn't.
ready.
Oh, now it's the meniscus repair.
Yeah, so now we know
Yeah.
what specifically is plaguing him, and I think they said 6 to 8 weeks.
So here's the thing, man. He can't play at that weight. He's very heavy. I don't think his body can sustain itself as long as it needs to for him to be as great as he has the potential to be without dropping some weight.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
He busts through shoes. So argue that.
Yeah,
He's too big. At me.
that man is too big to be doing all that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's yet to be seen. He can get this repaired and be perfectly fine for the rest of his career.
Yeah.
Or it could be nagging. And I hate to say it, but man, I get worried that it could be a nagging injury.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that's like, it's weird because there's some tall people in the league who have never had a big issue. Like KG played for what, like 18 seasons?
Was never very overweight. He was always very small. Not small, but his body fat, you can tell, was very low. Like he never really was carrying around a lot of weight.
Well, but then you have your Yao Mings who are
Yao Ming got
5
yeah, but
seasons
yeah,
in,
and his foot.
Yeah, you know. So I mean, I don't know. It's weird. I guess it's about how you
makes
take care
sense.
of it, and probably the weight is.
But
Yao Ming was 7'5" or some shit, so he was like.
But he was super big. Like he wasn't like he was big boned. Like he was there. He wasn't like a very skinny person.
A giant.
You know, he looked like he was George Mirasan in My Giant with Billy Crystal.
Yeah,
it's a great fucking movie.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I don't know. So hopefully they figure something out and Zion gets back out there and
Oh, most definitely. I think don't rush him back. Make sure he's perfectly fine and healthy before you. Just let the next time you see him on the court be his rookie premiere and make it be a good one. Don't like. Don't overpressure him to come back early. Right. Don't like put unrealistic expectations on him.
Yeah,
you don't want to do that
for sure. Speaking of people who've had knee problems in the past, I don't know if you've been watching, but boy, Derek is fucking things up right now.
Of course, man. He just scored 31 like the other day.
They have him like the primary ball handler, which he's supposed to be,
right?
And he's been able to. And I forgot who it was. Somebody made a comment. Somebody who they played the other day. And he's like, yo, I've said it before about Derek. He's very smart, very capable. He's like, and you can't stop him one-on-one. And if you can, he's going to find a way to pass it out. Like he loves to play the game. He's very smart about it. And he's like he makes the game fun, but he expects a lot out of his people too. Like he's a great floor general.
Oh, I can see that. Derek is very important, man, dude. We've said it before. We're heavy Derrick Rose supporters here on the Kiona and Kasson podcast. KKP.
Yeah.
Support Derrick Rose.
Right.
For life.
That's right.
No, but like 100%. All jokes aside, I mean, fully support him.
I'm actually
and
okay
I root
with
for him
seeing him flourishing
in Detroit. Anywhere, I don't care, man. It doesn't
Chicago's
matter.
on some bullshit, and they're not trying to do what they need to do for their players. So
still not really caring to watch. As much as I love the team, I can't watch because, again, I don't really care for Garpax. But
I'll probably watch like
we're well
here
documented
and
in
there.
this.
Yeah, for sure. I'll probably watch here and there when I get a chance, but
Yeah, let's not disrespect Derrick Rose by talking about the Bulls right now.
no, for sure.
Yeah, I think that it's going to be nice to see him progress in the season.
Yeah.
I love when he gets to play with new people who get to see how great Derrick Rose really is.
Yeah.
So you can get this. So the general consensus around the league is he is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, just love to see it how it's and he's so efficient,
Mm-hmm.
so fucking efficient. It's crazy. And I forget the name of their coach, but he said that he's looking to keep him within a 27 to 29 minute or 26 to 29 minute range.
Yeah.
Which is perfect for Derrick.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you don't want to
And so-
overplay him. And
Look at his
you wanna
numbers
give him
in that
minutes.
time.
Yeah.
A minute, like he's scoring like a point a minute,
The last few games he had like in the first half, like 15 he was putting up.
dude. It's literally like a point a minute at this point, which is dope.
He's been even better than that recently too. I think the last game he had 15 in the first 10 minutes. So
Yeah.
like he's
just fast, man.
yeah,
He's just fast,
and he knows he's strategic. Like he knows the game. So
yeah. He's
it's always good to
matured.
see him.
It's awesome. I love it.
it's always good to see him doing good.
Hell yeah, Derek. Chicago supports you. We support you
Yeah.
100%.
At least come back here for a day like Luau at the end, and when you call it,
Which I really loved, man. We spoke about that though for sure.
Yeah. Outside of that, I don't think there's too much else going on. I don't really have any other.
I don't know. Do I have
sports
anything?
things.
What did you dress for Halloween?
A garden gnome.
Pop-Tarts.
Now I went to Party City, and they had like they have costumes, but you have to basically like they give you all the ingredients you need to put together a good one, but they don't have like sets. Like it's weird. So I was walking through. They had like basically like a winter hat with a beard attached to it, and I was like, "It'll keep me nice and warm." It's kind of chilly yesterday. And then like a blue solid shirt, some yellow suspenders, and let me tell you what I learned about suspenders. I've never worn suspenders before in my life because I was.
Do you like them?
They keep my pants real nice and up, you know.
Pants keep up, yeah.
For real, I was like, actually, this is not too bad. I don't mind this whole suspender life. I probably won't. Like,
All
start
right, Steve.
Okay, what did you wear for your or
Urkel.
what are you going to?
I'm gonna be myself, like I have been every day.
Are you gonna
of
be
my life?
Are you gonna be a
Same OG.
Are you gonna be a Joe Budden podcast merch wearer on the KKP? Is that what we're going back to?
When you only feel like wearing what you want to wear.
I just don't get it. You know, like I wear a shirt that says Call of Duty Special Plops. And Sam, where's the cake? The J.
That's
JBP?
an actual picture of Adam on that shirt right there.
Yeah, pants at the ankles and all that. You know?
Pretty asexual. It's an asexual picture. I mean, anybody can sit down and poop. There's no body parts on that person. They have no arms. You can't tell if they have boobs or not.
Saying I don't have body parts. I'm very confused as to what you're going. Anyway, so you're gonna be you wearing a JBP
No,
shirt. on the
honestly,
KKP.
I don't. Well, today's obviously not fucking Halloween, dick. What is
Listen,
today?
I just had to draw attention to it because why? You know, we have.
Why? I went in the room and I cried. Cried like a little girl. Why?
Yeah. So, anything else?
Hey, water boy. Water sucks. You drinking the wrong H2O. Yeah, I don't got anything else, man. I wanted to talk about some crazy ass haunted house called the McCamey Manor. It's I don't really know too much other than it seems like a torture chamber you volunteer to go into, and if you can get through the 10 hours of it, they'll give you 20 grand. It's supposed to be a haunted house, physical, like they touch you. You can't touch them, but they can like. It looks like they can like bruise you, man. I'm like, nah, I'm good. That's white people shit.
$20,000 though.
Nah, I can't. Nah, I got reflexes. You're gonna like just punch somebody because they did certain things. Like you don't touch me there. Bam.
It's true. Yeah. I don't know, but hey, there's certain things you pay me enough. And,
but if you've heard about the McCamey Manor, no, you're not gonna pay me to do that shit. It looks fucking crazy. YouTube it. It's real nuts. I'd advise you not to go. Generally speaking, Halloween, like haunted houses and scary movies and shit, don't really scare me. I find them to be kind of funny, but I don't want you to be all up in my business and shit. You know what I mean?
For sure. Oh, and
get the fuck up out my business.
The Shining.
Because it's mine, oh mine.
If you don't stop singing, I'm gonna put this mic up your ass.
I have the microphone, and you don't. So you will listen to every damn word I have to say.
Dude, I have a mic right here.
Well, I can listen to yours too, but you're gonna listen to mine. Sir, one more outburst, and I will string you with this microphone.
The sequel to The Shining, which I couldn't think of the name last week, is Doctor Sleep. Now, I don't know what the fuck that has to do with anything, but that is the name to fill in the gaps that we did not have.
Just going to disconnect the movie from the title, and it'll probably be really good.
Yeah, I just don't understand where. I mean, anyway, it doesn't matter. That is 8 times 8.
64.
Yeah, I don't really.
Man, we are going to be great at times tables by the end of this. What's the next episode? 65? Oh, there's no.
Figure that one out.
I don't know.
Be 10 times.
Was it like 17 times 4?
Times 5. No. 13.
Find out on the next episode of Kiona and Kasson podcast.
13 times 5. I found it out. Okay. That's a little bit out of the 10 times 10 times table, though. So
yeah, that's one of those ones. That's those obscure, like, nobody knows that times table. Well, of course you're going to ask me one that... of course you'd ask me one that doesn't even exist.
Well, thank you all for tuning in to the 64th episode of the Kiona and Kasson podcast.
Yes, we appreciate you.
I'm going to opposite shout out Glenn one more time.
Right. Opposite shout out Glenn. And we're going to tell you to follow us on all social media platforms.
Right, every single one.
Kiona and Kasson podcast all across the board.
The name has not changed.
Because nobody else has it. We're original.
I also want to opposite shout out Dave if in fact he's not watching the show.
Which doesn't matter. If Dave's not watching, he's not going to see that. So,
well, but still, it's not for him. It's for the people.
For the people.
Shout out to all the new people we have gained over the last, I think, month. This has been a good month for...
Yeah, man. Thanks to all three of you.
And thank you, of course, to everybody who has been here since we've been growing. So we're going to go now because
we got shit to do.
Word. And I'm kind of hungry. So, holla.
Peace.